Slowing down to the speed of life. My name is Andy. I'm a trainer coach for more than 25 years. Why am I speaking to you on this topic? Because I've lived my life for 62 years and I realized that the fastest way for me to achieve anything is to slow down. Not slow down to any speed, but to the speed of life. What is it about? Let me share with you. So you can see I've been doing training coaching for more than 29 years, and I am also the co-founder of SuperME community. I've written 8 books, of which 4 books are in ebook format. I'm also known as a keynote speaker, and I spoke about things like super wealth, Yijing, Tzu Art of War. You see, I've written 8 books, but I never realized there was a book written about me this year. A tribute book written by someone, and the title is called The Man Behind the Quiet Goodness. Slowing down to the speed of light, I shall cover what will be the fastest way to live. Then I share with everybody the 3 anchors that really shape my life: purpose, love, and gratitude. I also will empower you to go into flow with Yijing, and you can win without fighting with the Tzu Art of War. And finally, I will share with you my SuperME story, and I hope that you will take action as suggested by me. So the first thing is, are you always chasing and rushing? We understand that true success and happiness is found when we slow down. Only when we slow down can we finally move at the speed of life. What is the speed of life? Well, life is not about how much we achieve or become. Life is about how much we enjoy. So the speed of life is how much we experience and enjoy life, because life is simply meant to be experienced and enjoyed. Slowing down to the speed of life begins with 3 anchors: PLG, purpose, love, gratitude. Purpose, love, gratitude is the compass for our life. It's a powerful way of living that connects you to your truest self, and that's none other than your soul. This truest self is beyond fear and survival. That's why you do not need to chase or rush anymore. So what is purpose? What's the importance of purpose? Let's hear from the author of
Realize the
SuperME
importance
Unleashed.
of purpose, that if you are not aware of what is your life purpose, you get easily swayed by people. People say this may be the right thing, that may be the right thing, and you are so confused. You see, so that's why when I keep on the journey to realize that what is my life purpose, and especially I even go to this theater, to attend this mission to million, and a formula to confirm that, my life purpose to connect, inspire, empower like-minded people to pursue their passion in life with purpose, love, and gratitude. So all this sentence is me.
So you see, it's so powerful. Once you found your purpose, you will no longer be rushing. But understand that your purpose is not your roles or titles, but it is who you are, not what you do. So in other words, you are not a manager, you're not a director, you're not even the prime minister or emperor. You are Andy Ng, and that is your life purpose. So life purpose is always more than calling, because calling may change over time. It is also not a mission, because a mission is usually defined by what you want to achieve. And definitely it is much more than your vision, which is your destination in future. Your purpose is to simply live with according to your truest self, that is your soul. When you know that you have your purpose, you awaken clarity and you have directions. You stop chasing what does not align with your soul. So my purpose is very simple. My purpose is to harness the potential in people. And the first person to harness is myself. So whatever I do, whether it's coaching, training, singing, or social work, I want to harness the potential in people. And if I can harness one person, that's myself, then I will achieve my purpose. So the next thing to understand is that when you got your purpose, you wake up feeling motivated and you get inspiration automatically. You see, I do not chase after money or fame. I go for my purpose. My goals are always that nourishes my true self, and it leads to fulfillment. Because if you chase after money, what happens if the money is not there? You go for title, what happens if your title is gone? But if you live your purpose, my purpose is to harness the potential in people. So whatever I do, I always got fulfillment. So the next thing in PLG is love. Love is the energy of connection. Love is something that's beyond attachment, beyond gratification. You love and you simply do it even when there is no money at all. So you see, my love for training has been so strong. I've been doing this for more than 25 years because it gives me a chance to inspire people. And when they rise, I myself will rise too. So that is my second PLG love. I talk about gratitude. I have a sense of gratitude. I will see things not negative but positive. You know, when you have gratitude, you're able to ground to the present. You're no longer complaining and you are no longer living in not enough. So you no need to rush, no need to chase after things. When I have setbacks, I see this as a chance for me to improve. I'm grateful for the lesson learned. So you see the power of gratitude. It straight away links me back to my purpose, and I can be empowered. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a summary. What is my purpose, love, gratitude? The second angle to slowing down to the speed of life is to go by Yijing. We call it Yijing, or the Book of Changes. Yijing has been around more than 8,000 years, and it is a philosophy of life. I've written a book called Yijing Explained, and another book called Wealth with Yijing. But in summary, Yijing is basically flowing like a river. So like a river, you flow. If you fight the river, you'll be drowned. But if you flow with it, you're able to arrive at where we're meant to be. So Yijing says life is a cycle. So I just go with the flow. So I slow down, I go with the flow, and things will come to me automatically. The angle to understand is also this thing like the bamboo. When I have the concept of Yijing, I become like the bamboo. You know, the bamboo does not resist. Wherever the strong wind or rain, it just bends. And because it bends, it never breaks. You know, the bamboo is so soft and yet it is so strong. So when we slow down to the speed of life, we too become like the bamboo. We are flexible, we are resilient, and unbroken. Ladies and gentlemen, the third angle to slow down to the speed of life is to win without fighting. For years, we've been taught that we need to fight to win, but slowing down reveals this truth. The real victory is not in the fight, but in the wisdom to avoid it. As written by Tzu in the classic book called Tzu Art of War, it says that if you can subdue the enemy, that's a supreme excellence. So you can actually win without fighting. Go with the flow. If you're interested in learning the art of war in simple English and modern application, you can actually get a copy of my book at Amazon. This is the URL. So when you have these three angles, you're able to slow down. And I do not see myself as achievements. See, at the age of 62, some of my peers are retiring. Some are still very much into chasing. But I decide to slow down. And when I slow down, I realize there's something greater. I'm more than who I am. I'm not Andy. I'm a SuperME. As I live as my SuperME, I know I can do wonders. I don't need to fight to prove who I am because I'm a SuperME. Whether you know or do not know, it's not important. The important thing is I live as a SuperME and you can see the results. And in this book, SuperME Unleashed, which I co-authored with Dr. Vivian Passion Co., I went through the vigorous exercise of discovering who I am. And with that, I released my SuperME. And we know when you have SuperME, you will have super wealth. This is the exercise that I went through. And you can go through this exercise by reading this book. You can get from Amazon. And in this exercise, you realize that your life, you have done so much achievement. You are more than who you are right now. You are a SuperME. When you're a SuperME, nothing can beat you. And you can actually achieve much more. So in conclusion, don't rush through life as though it is a race to the finish. Instead, slow down to the speed of life. Anchor yourself in purpose, love, and gratitude. Flow with Yijing like the bamboo. And above all, embrace the Tzu wisdom. Win not by fighting harder, but by living wiser. Before I end my speech, I would like to give a purpose, love, gratitude to the audience here today. I want to thank you for paying attention and giving your hearts and thoughts for my speech tonight. I love the attention you gave. They reflect the level of wisdom and depth that you have. I would like to express my gratitude to Agora International for organizing this, and also to Mr. Gia Panping from Singapore for the arrangement. And now for you, your action to take. I would strongly urge you to go through my 3 books. You can get them from Amazon, but for people in Singapore or maybe in Malaysia or maybe in Indonesia, you can actually get from me at a lower cost directly. You can email to me. I will send the books to you by registered post. No matter what, the cost is much lower than Amazon. Thank you for listening. Slowing down to the speed of life. On the left, you will see a QR code. That's my Facebook group, SuperME Unleashed. You can also WhatsApp me to consult me or get the books from me. The right side is my WhatsApp QR code. With that, I wish everybody will have a wonderful life when you slow down to the speed of life.